Hello, Sagittarians and Sagittarian risings. This is your November AstroTarot-Scope from me, Kim, at Expressions of the Universe. So what do we have in store for you, Sagittarians and Sagittarian risings? For the month of November, I did pull cards for you. I have an interesting story in those cards. And for some reason, I don't feel it may apply to all because I know so many Sagittarians and some are extremely enlightened. And a lot of other Sagittarians are definitely basement dwellers. The sun will be in Scorpio on November 1st in your 5th house. So you want to pay attention to what is in your 5th house. But that is the house that rules relationships, love, peace, sometimes family. It's about making shiny things beautiful. And it's going to set the tone for you for the next year because at the end of this month, it is your birthday. So happy birthday, Sagittarians. The theme song that I kept hearing for Sagittarians, and I can think of one in particular that will love this. It is, the lyrics I keep hearing is eat, drink, and be merry. Eat, drink, and be merry. It is Trippin' Billy's from Dave Matthews Band, but I feel that that's the Sagittarius theme song this month, especially with the cards that I pulled. So what do we have going on astrologically wise for all of us? For this month, the North Node will move into Cancer on November 7th. Jupiter will move into your sign of Sagittarius on November 8th. And we do have a Mercury retrograde coming up on November 17th. If you're looking for new or full moon reports, you'll have to just check back here on this channel. You could do that by clicking my face right there and subscribing. Maybe it's on that side. But I think it is on this side, and catch the weekly wisdom because I do a weekly wisdom blog and I always highlight new moons, full moons, other astrological aspects for the collective. So let's get started on your Astro Tarot reading. Now the first card that came up is the Tower. Scorpio's also got the Tower, however it was reversed. Big changes are ahead for Sagittarians. That's what this Tower card is representing. Big changes, upheavals, things could be in disarray. Now, with Jupiter moving into Sagittarius, that is huge expansion. Jupiter is the planet of luck, and Sagittarius is, expansion and adventure. It's the archer shooting his arrow into new horizon, new adventures. You just have to keep your mind open as to all these different things that are going to be coming in for you, not only in November, towards the end of November, but for your whole entire birthday calendar year. The next card that comes up is the King of Cups. Now, this could be an influential man in your life that could be expanding your horizons, that could be bringing about the changes. This is also talking about our emotions because it is a cup card. It is a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So if it is a person, this man will have one of those astrological signs. But this is also about controlling our emotions and using our intellect over our emotional state. So if this Tower card is bringing you upheaval and a lot of emotional turmoil, you have to use your intellect over your initial ego reaction and emotion. Now the underlying situation is the Fool card and it's reversed. This is acting foolish, being impatient, not waiting things out, having to have your way because this is the way you want it. You're not taking clues from what's going on around you. If the universe or the people around you are putting the brakes on things, this is not a time for you to keep pushing through and pressing on. It's a time for you to wait it out and see what happens, because you don't want to act a fool. The next card that I have in your November story is the Seven of Cups, and it's reversed. This is also going with that Fool card, because this is saying there are so many different opportunities and chances and people coming into your life, and you really want to take some time and pick and choose before taking that leap, before jumping off the cliff, you little fools, you little centaur fools. So take a look at all of your options over, the rest of this year, starting in November, and see what is the best option. What are the best opportunities? Don't get involved in relationships without weighing out all of the pros and cons, because you don't want to just settle for something for the sake of having something that you are wanting, or to fill an empty space. If you pass on one opportunity or one person, trust me, Jupiter in Sagittarius says that you're going to have so many different really fantastic opportunities and new people coming in to your life to benefit you. So you don't have to settle on the first option. Now, the next card that comes up is the Five of Pentacles. And this is about losing faith or not feeling a high sense of self-worth, whether or not you're telling the world that, you are confident and everything is good. Inside, there's a part of you that is still doubting. And so this is why you may be inclined to make a foolish leap, or to settle for the first option that comes up, because you're afraid that if you pass on that first option, there may not be another option. Now remember, like if you live in a city or near a city where there is public transportation and you're waiting, if you've ever waited on a corner for a bus, or if you've just missed the bus, there will always be another bus that comes by very shortly thereafter. So you can wait it out. You don't have to allow fear of not having what it is that you need rule you, and being impatient. So really it's all about the patience here and being logical. And then the final tarot card that I have, it's Temperance, and it is reversed. And this is telling me that a lot of Sagittarians really need to figure out where the imbalances are in your life. This is saying that maybe you have been indulging a little bit too much, especially with the holidays coming up. This is asking you to be mindful, to be healthy, and to avoid overindulgence in food and drink and other substances. So those basement dweller Sagittarians that I talked about, they're the ones that I'm most concerned about, especially when Jupiter moves into Sagittarius, because it's almost like it's a free-for-all. The Sagittarians, living on those lower levels may just feel invincible. And so I want to really caution you and to be careful, but just be mindful. Make sure that you make some healthy choices this month, Sagittarians. Try and put things back into balance. That's body, mind, and spirit balance. Now, I did pull cards from another deck because I like to see how things match up. And the Bone Collector reverse came up for Sagittarians. And this is about the past repeating itself, not learning lessons from the past, thinking that you may know everything. A little bit of arrogance here, This is also thinking that you are just going to have to continue to heal all of these old wounds over and over and over again. It's like this big karmic loop that just won't stop. So the thought here is, if you keep doing what you did, you're going to get what you got before. So you need to get out of that karmic loop. The next card is coming apart. Now, these are those changes that I was talking about with the Tower card. This is an unraveling of something that you have been maybe plotting and working towards. And this is saying you really just don't have to try that hard, Sagittarians. You know, like when you put too much time and energy into plotting something to turn out the way that you want it to turn out, because, you know, Sagittarians, you are a fire sign. So you do have a lot of that action and active energy, that when things are not moving as fast as you want them to, you're going to push, and you're going to push to the point where things could fall apart. So once again, this is that caution to just sit back and wait and see how things play out a little bit. Now, the final card that I have for Sagittarians for the month of November, it is Talisman. And this is a sign. This is about using your gained wisdom, the wisdom that you already have, to follow the right path. Know that when you tap into your own personal talisman, your own personal wisdom, you will never be directed on the wrong path. Now, if you're using your energy to, you know, an ill will means, so to speak, you're not going to be led down the correct path. You'll eventually wind up in the place that you want to be. It just might take you twice as long. So this is just saying, think back to the past, utilize the lessons that have been learned, and that's also part of the Bone Collector, and put that wisdom to good use. And you can see that talisman, and you should be shown the proper path, especially towards the end of the month, and with Jupiter moving into your sign. Remember, it is about the 5th house. It's about relationships. It's about love. It's about celebrations. Eat, drink, and be merry.